Hey, what up, comic fam? It's Damien, your friendly neighborhood comic dad, back this week with an episode. I'm going to talk to you guys about my side hustle at the indoor swap meet. Hope you guys like it. Let's get it. All right, welcome back, comic fam. This week, I'm just going to kind of showcase my two spaces at the Second Chance Indoor Flea Market and just kind of give you guys a little tour of the spaces and show you where they're at. Just kind of my side hustle. Man, what a week it's been. Have you guys seen that new Punisher One Last Kill special on Disney Plus? Brutal. I really dug it. A little short for my taste. It was a pretty cool little Punisher story. I dug it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Alright guys, I'm going to show you some video footage from going to the booths and doing a little stocking and do a little space tour of each of the spaces that I got. And we'll be back after that. Let's get it. Okay, comic fam, I'm going to be doing a lot of voiceover during this footage on the segment, as both stores have music playing in the background and customers conversing as well. We are pulling up to the first stop for this video. This Second Chance location is actually the newer space that I set up of the two I sell out of. I rent a bookcase space here, and the rent is extremely affordable. It's just off of Grand Avenue in Peoria, and it's part of an antique strip mall, as you can see in the footage. I've been set up at this location since mid-April, and the clientele seems to be a little older, and my sales have been slower here than at the other location. But I've been seeing a steady increase in sales per pay period, which is 2 weeks apart, so that's cool. This location also has two entrances, a front and back, and we're going to show you a walkthrough viewpoint from each entrance. We'll start with the back. And we'll also show you some of the items and booths on the way to my space. There's lots of cool vendors set up here with all kinds of antiques and collectibles. I never know what I'm going to see each time I come in here. It's pretty cool. I want to give my wife, Brandy, a shout out for taking care of the camera work on this episode. She filmed a lot of the footage as we were at the booths. Here I am kind of stocking up some comics and straightening up the booth. Okay guys, this is the shot from the front entrance. And my space is like right in the front, it's kind of cool. And yeah, we pretty much go there on the weekends and we restock items and kind of straighten up the space for the weekend. And I'm just going through a book, making sure it's in pretty good shape. And here I'm just going to kind of give you guys a view of the total total bookcase space, what it looks like. And I try to mark stuff kind of cheap. I usually check on eBay for prices and I mark them up to 50% off what they sell for on eBay. Try to keep stuff kind of cheap. Because I know when I'm out and about shopping, I like to find deals, so I want to try and offer deals as well. And these are cool. These are little graphic audio. They're pretty much like audio dramas on like 6 CD sets. And there's a lot of DC and Marvel stories on those. They're pretty cool. And I'm just going to show you guys like examples of some of the books in the boxes. At this location I have 6 boxes total, 3 DC and 3 Marvel. And I did kind of have them in order, but as customers shop them, they get kind of shuffled up. So I just kind of picked 2 or 3 of the more popular titles and put them at the front. And just as long as they're Marvel and DC, I don't really kind of keep them in order. My kiddo, Eve, came up with those signs for the boxes. They're pretty cool. Thanks, Eve. And yeah, we have all kinds of comics from Bronze Age to current in the boxes. I had some Silver Age Superman actions in there, but those sold like right away. And then we also offer, you know, action figures and play sets and Hot Wheels. And my wife does some awesome wood burning of Pokemon characters at this booth. Keep saying booth, it's a space. There's some examples right there of Pokemon. She did a killer job on those. And we also have some Hot Wheels and Star Wars there on the side. Okay, now we're going to the second location. This was the one that we set up at initially back in January. And the family that owns the two businesses, they're really chill and relaxed, and it was real easy to set up spaces at both spots. And this location is the busier of the two. It's set up in a old Big Lots store that was empty for about a couple years. And this just has the one main entrance. And my wife's shooting video walking up to my space at this location. And again, we're just kind of showing you guys a brief little shot of some of the stuff available as she walks up to my space. And this one always seems to be busy whenever we come in on the weekends. It's shopped pretty good. And here we are again, just kind of, you know, restocking and straightening up, making sure all the companies, there's some newer stuff going in. And I'm just kind of reorganizing, filling holes that were items that sold with newer stuff. And we'll give you guys a little tour of this space here in a minute. And I'm just kind of adding, you know, newer figures and collectibles up on the wall as we go. And yeah, here's the little tour of this space. And we try to have a little bit of everything, you know, as far as collectibles and figures like Marvel, DC, you know, Star Wars. And again, I try to mark them kind of affordable. Because again, when I'm at swap meets, I think, you know, I'm thinking of deals when I'm shopping, so I like to offer deals if I'm selling too. And there in the footage, you also see there's a Switch for sale on this signed Spike photo, certified. Those are from my Steve. There's a shot of that awesome sign my wife made. And my Steve also sells CDs through the space too. Here's a shot of some of those. And they adopted the same policy, you know, try to keep the prices kind of cheap and offer some deals. There's a shot of our business card. And I also have some turtles. I might mark those down, then I think they're a little high. Probably go like $10 each next time I'm there. And that's cool. That's a Megatron in like a VHS looking case. I got that at Ross. And then these Marvel Legends are pretty much half, or up to half of what they go for on eBay. Like that Wolverine's about a $30 or $40 figure. And the Storm, I believe, is like $30 or $35. Here we go into some of the comic books. I only have like 5 boxes of comics here. 2 Marvel, 2 DC, and 1 independent box. Give you guys a little taste of what's in there. And again, they're not really sorted by title, they're just kind of sorted by company. Let's give you guys a little show. There's a Hickman issue, still bagged, Death of Torch, I believe. And then these are cool. I have a lot of those Alex Ross Timeless variants in there for a couple bucks each. And I think I got like 7 or 8 in that box there, all total. Then here's some of the newer stuff I just fed into the boxes this weekend. That one's based off, or that one's going to be the storyline that's based off that new Supergirl movie coming out. There's a new background number 1. Some other issues I'll show you guys real quick. And I have like dollar books up to, I think the highest books I have maybe a couple $10 books. Try not to go too high dollar in the books in the booth, or in this space, my bad. Then there's the one independent box we have. I'm thinking about adding more comic boxes at this location as comics move pretty good here. Maybe next week or within the next couple weeks I'll add some more boxes in there. And again, I try to stock it with older and newer books. There's like some Bronze Age up to current in these boxes. And these IDW Turtle one-shots, they're going for like 15 to 20 bucks each on eBay. It's crazy. I didn't know they were that high value. And here's a shot of some more collectibles. I got a big Master Universe collection off my bro. And I sell those for about 10 to 12 bucks each. Then this is pretty cool. I found this at a Goodwill. It's the original, I think it's from '84, photo storybook from Return of the Jedi, and it's in awesome shape. No dings or nothing, really clean. And then I also at this location have a box of trade paperbacks and hardbacks. Give you guys a little shot of some of this stuff. And I pretty much just mark everything half cover price on the trades and hardbacks. And that's a good way to get a good chunk of reading for cheap. It's Lock and Key Volume 1 and 2. That's a pretty cool series there. That's a great Wolverine story, Enemy of the State. John Lee Jr., I think Mark Miller wrote it. Wonder Woman, Gail Simone, hardback. And then here's some more of the Master Universe collection I just added in there recently. And that Killer Halo little set, it's cool. And there's another shot of space. Hope you guys like seeing the footage of the 2 spaces, and thanks again, Brandy, for helping out with the camera work. And if you guys live locally, come on down and check out the stores. They're pretty awesome. Alright guys, hope you guys like the footage of my vendor spaces at Second Chance. I figured I'd wrap this video up with just kind of showing you guys a little bit of items that are going to be going into the spaces in the next week or two. I scored some of the vintage Toy Biz Marvel Legends series. Got 5 or 6 here to show you guys. This one's Red Skull. And again, I try to mark this stuff about half of what they go for on eBay. Try to pass along deals to customers and stuff. Then we got a Taskmaster. This is one of the legendary riders. Comes with a like a Sky Cycle type deal. That one's pretty sick looking. Sorry about the glare, guys. I'll show you the back too. That one's marked at 20. Then we got some X-Men related characters. We got Apocalypse, beefy boy, man. This one's actually going for like, I think it's 50 to 60 on eBay. So I marked it at about 30. It's in pretty good shape. Okay, next up is from the Sentinel series, Angel. I guess there's a blue variant also. But this is part of the Build-A-Figure Sentinel wave. Pretty sick. Okay, next up is the classic Wolverine in his brown and tan outfit. Pretty basic. Oh, this is from series 6. Yeah, another cool thing about these old school Toy Biz, they come packaged with reprints of like classic comics. This one's part of the Mutant Massacre, number 212. Pretty cool. Yeah, I scored these figures from my nephew DJ. Thanks, DJ, for the deal. And this one's another kind of popular one. Ghost Rider's going by outside, sorry guys. This one's going for about 50 or 60 also, so I figured I'd mark it at 30. And again, it's in pretty solid shape. DJ really takes care of his items. And this one comes with a cool reprint of the very first appearance of Kitty Pryde and White Queen. And this is series 5. All right, now that's going to do it for this week, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please leave comments on stuff you saw at the booth that you guys kind of dug. Yeah, it's been a blast setting up these spaces and doing a little bit of vending and turning some of the stock I have here at the house. Kind of helping the hobby, pay for itself. We're off to a pretty good start in sales, and hopefully continues through the summertime. It's been brutal out here. It's not even 10 o'clock and it's already like 95 degrees. Brutal. And I also want to give you guys another heads up about the 100 subscriber giveaway. I'm putting together a care package of about 5 to 6 comics. And I'm just going to kind of slowly reveal them as we get to the 100 subscriber mark. And so far, this is the only one I've announced so far. It's going to be a J. Scott Campbell variant of the Hellfire Gala Fall of X one-shot. It's a pretty tight little story. And I'll be announcing another book next episode to go into the giveaway package. And again, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And until next time, take care.